everyone, Sophia here from My Great Challenge. Welcome back to my channel. Don't mind the dogs, they're going up and down. I am in the basement, you can see that from the background, and today is episode 7 of my FlyLady journey, I guess. FlyLady with me. We're still decluttering. I have a big eyesore and it's my fault. It's the boiler room. You remember when I did that? Fell apart completely. I'm super motivated this week finally to get rid of a lot of stuff. So I'm going to show you this part of the basement here because that's usually the part that looks terrible in this basement, and it's actually well decluttered. I'm only keeping a few things here and there, and I'm going to tell you what they are and why I'm keeping them. But the point today is to do at least 1 hour with breaks because I have to show you how to do the FlyLady in the boiler room. I don't know how long it's going to take me to work in there. I'm probably going to do more than 1 hour, take a big break in between, and then get back to it. But let's get started. I'm getting rid of a lot of stuff, like a lot of stuff. It's got to go. Okay, here's the bottom part of the basement. When you go down the stairs and you see it's not too bad. I have a chair, I'm keeping it. Antique table, that's where I'm keeping it. The lamp, I'm keeping it. But we are going in this room right here, and what I'm gonna do is start from this end and go all the way to the other end. But first I have to go around and turn on the light. I'll be right back. Right, so we are in the boiler room. You've seen it before. You probably have seen it in a worse shape than it is now, but I still have a lot of work to do. So the question is, and I've gotten some questions before on the other videos, that how do you tackle a really large room or a really large project that has a lot of stuff you need to declutter? Okay, well, the same way that you eat an elephant little bites at a time. What she recommends you do is, like, don't look at the whole room with all the stuff you've got to tackle, because that will overwhelm you. What you start to do is just work from the point of entry and work your way into the room. And this is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to walk into this room. I'm going to start the part on the left, the part on the right, and then move on 2 feet into it, and then do the same thing right and left, move on 2 feet into it, take breaks in between every 15 minutes because I want to take care of me. That's something I failed to do for the past 2 weeks, except for the haircut, you can tell. And really tackle this. Now, there's a lot of things in there that I store in this room that I have no use for whatsoever. I don't know why I kept them, other than I have hoarding tendencies, and it will end here today, right now, in this room. So let me show you what I'm going to do, because we're working stages. All right, we're working from 15 minutes to 15 minutes. I'm not going to put a timer on. I'm just going to do it, show you the process a little bit here and there. But I have this empty space on the other side, the one that I just showed you, and that is going to contain all the stuff I'm getting rid of. And the reason why I'm doing it today is because Wednesday is bulk day in my town. That means that all the stuff that I got rid of in the past 2 weeks is going on the curb on Wednesday. Let's get started. Okay, so when you come in, this is what I'm going to tackle. This is the entry point, all right? I'm going to give you a quick look at what the room looks like, all right? The stuff everywhere. Well, I'm telling you, it's not as bad as it used to be. And then I got stuff here, all right? So let's start easy. I'm going to tackle this thing here. My goal is to have this particular corner here completely empty. So I'm just going to go and pull out the stuff, decide what I want to do with it, and get rid of anything I no longer use, no longer need, no longer care for, stuff that I found, that I was free, at whatever you name it. If I don't want it in this house anymore, today it's got to go. Let's talk a little bit about the process. There was white branches in here, you saw that. I just had Edward put them in the other vase that's upstairs. Okay, I got an old wrapping paper that's gold. It's been so mishandled, it's so wrinkled. Guess what? It's gotta go. So that's that. This, I don't know what it is. It's gotta go. I don't know what it is. Obviously, I didn't use it. This I'm gonna keep. All right, so I'm putting it here for now. I'm gonna move it later on. Okay. I have, oh, hey, I need those. Okay, great. Hooks. and Christmas stuff. All right, I don't need a container that big for this stuff. All right, so I'm gonna go and find a smaller container where I can put this stuff. Okay, I put them in a Ziploc bag. I had a nail here. I'm just leaving them here for now because I know that the container for the rest of the wrapping stuff is on the other side, but I'm not there yet. So I'm putting them here temporarily on hold until I get to the other side of the room where this is supposed to be stored. And this container now is empty, and guess what? It's going. All right, you see this? This is where I had all my tools, okay? And this one, I don't have a thing for it. So I'm putting it here, and I'm gonna have to do that later on. This, that can go, it's been used, lost its pressure. This, I'm gonna keep. All right, there's a lot of tools here. Oh my goodness, okay. All right, I gotta put all the nails back into this box. And I'm gonna keep that container, that white container, okay? And paint, I'm gonna keep, and then this little roller thing, I'm gonna keep, and these here got to go in the box of light bulbs. So I'm just gonna sit down and do this, and then I'll come back and show you what it looks like once I'm done. So this is done, and the paint I put in the other room with the other paint, and same thing with the foam. And then the stapler, I put it in there with the big hammer. I'll have to label that. And then this is my temporary hold as I'm going through different boxes. This stuff here needs to be in those specific boxes. So I am done with this corner. I'm not overwhelmed yet, and it's been less than 15 minutes. So what I'm going to do is turn around and go here, and I'm going to tackle this area right here. I'm pretty sure that probably 80% of what's here has got to go. Making progress. All of these books here I'm getting rid of. These are old how-to books. I'm keeping the general one, and then the one I know I'm gonna need, which is the setting ceramic tiles. Because remember, I got my table to do in tiles, and then I got the what do you call it behind the counter in the kitchen, the splash card, I can't remember. Okay, these, they can go. Never use them, never. Goodbye. The chair went up to Willie's room so that I can get my black chair back into the dining room, because that chair was a brown one anyway, and it matches this. I can get rid of, and I'm pretty sure I can get rid of. That's where it went. I was looking for this. Aren't you tired of me saying that? Okay, do I want to keep this? It's silver plate. I don't have the underside to go with it, and I don't have my glasses. I can't read it. I'm putting it on hold right here for now. Okay, toss. Keep. What is this? Oh, that's stuff for the alarm. Okay, these are screws. Keep. Baby t-shirt. Yeah, okay. If I cared that much about the baby t-shirt, they would not be here in this drawer. Okay, so guess what? They can go. I'm making good progress. Garbage bag, probably gonna need it. I don't plan on knitting, crocheting, doing any of that stuff anytime soon. I don't know where this is from. This can go. Be ruthless. I know I am. This I need to keep. Don't need it. Don't need all of this. Yeah. All of this can go. All right. What do we have here? Okay. This is one of the good plates. The chargers I'm keeping. This goes into the sanding box. I have a sanding box. This is a glue gun. Keep it. This, keep. This is trash. I hope the camera is not moving too much for you guys. Don't know what this is. What it? Oh. More command hooks. All right. Now, you remember I found some earlier? They're right here. So I'm going to put them in my hold box. Okay. All right, what do we have here? Oh my goodness. Oh, what's this? No use. Trash. Okay, these are home improvement books. These are part of a series. I'm going to keep them, and I have a shelf for that in the basement from one of Edward's shelves I brought down, so I'm going to transfer them to that shelf now. And then this cabinet, this entire cabinet here, has got to go. Getting rid of it. And you're probably thinking, well, Sophia, you can use the cabinet for something else. Yeah, it's true, but you know how old this cabinet is? Sorry about the shadow, boiler room. I got this cabinet when Scott and I were still dating. Okay, why am I keeping this? And I know I could probably use it for storage somewhere in the house, but guess what? I'm getting rid of stuff, so technically I don't need to store things anymore. Well, I do, but not to this level, so I have no problem getting rid of it. I need space in here. Yeah, it's gotta go. No regrets, gotta go.
Here's your seltzer.
Thank you! Isn't he a sweetheart? So far, I'm getting rid of all of this, okay? And I'm only keeping this, and then the rest of the stuff I've relocated. And this is what the corner looks like. Of course I have to vacuum, particularly the top right here. But yeah, so when I walk in now, see, I did this whole area, making progress. All right, let's tackle this bag. What is in here? I'm gonna put this back in here, and I'm pretty sure I have a box for this type of decoration for the fall. I'm going to put it out of the way right here, and then when I get to the other side of the room where the boxes for decorations are, I will put it in there. You enjoying the space, Lashif? What are you eating? What is that? No, I don't even know. I left over from a what you call it? Lollipop. Okay, so this goes in the trash. Shouldn't scratch my face, I got black all over it. Okay, so basically the point here is that when you feel successful in a small area, like the left and the right side of the entryway, then you can tackle another area, and it allows you to see progress. See, sometimes, and in the past, what I would have done, and you've seen that actually for this particular room, when last time I did it, I emptied out the whole room and created a big mess in the other side, and then I started bringing things in. And that is really, while it worked at the time, I was exhausted, and it took me about a week to recoup from that chore. It was horrendous. But when you do it chunks like this at a time, little area at a time, before you know it, your entire room is done and you have not created a bigger mess. I hope I'm making sense. Alright, so I took my break, and I am going to tackle, on the left again, I'm going to tackle those boxes right here. Just those 4 boxes. And whatever is a tool that needs to be on those areas here where I have the outline, I'm going to put the tools there. Whatever else, like this empty box, I already know what to do with it. You probably do too. Whenever I find something that I can relocate easily into those containers that I need to label, I'll do that. But that's all I'm focusing on. Those 1, 2, 3, and 4 boxes. That's it. One box is empty. Getting rid of it. Box number 2 is done, but this one is a high quality box. So what I'm going to do, see how I got rid of the purple one. That's a Dollar Tree one. That's very flimsy and soft. This one is a little bit harder. I'm going to keep it here because I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to reuse it for something else. Box number 3 is done, and this is another one of those Dollar Tree box that can go. And this area is done. Okay, so I still have my little temporary here. What I'm going to do now is tackle this here. Obviously I'm missing a drawer. I gotta find it. It's somewhere in there. If I don't find it now, that's fine. I'm not going to look for it. But what I want to do is consolidate this, make sure I have everything I need in this box before I leave it on this shelf. And it looks like the set is complete. Okay, so that's good. Alright, so this can stay here. This, on the other hand, there's barely anything in there. What I'm doing here is that everything that has to do with drill and drill bits that are unassorted and not, you remember like the one I found when I was doing my bathroom? I'm going to put them in here because there's no hole at the bottom here, so they're all going to be here until I can get to the box and reorganize them. And this kind of tackle box here, I don't need it. It can go. Alright, what's in here? Sanding, painting goes somewhere else. Loosies, we don't want them. I have enough loose screws in this house, trust me, including mine. Okay, that's one of those utility thing. I don't know, put it to the side. Okay, this is painting. This I'm keeping, this one right here. Hold on, this I'm getting rid of. And this, since it's part of the Dremel and sanding, it's gonna go in here. I'll have to label it. Remember that, we're not touching that. This, we know exactly what to do with it. It goes into this one right here. And then I have a box here that's all painting. So I'm going to put that in, and then the thing to open the cans of paint. Okay, I'm going to tackle this shelf right here. So I move all the little bits that were for the Dremel, and I put them inside the Dremel box because that's where they belong. This and this are complete. I can just stack them on the shelf and start tackling the rest of the boxes. And before you know it, that shelf is done too. So every single box of screws that I found and I had in my temporary box found their way back in my screw box. Okay, and again, this is the caulking and the spackling, and this is all of the painting. Actually, now that I'm here, this sanding block needs to be in the box with the sanding. Okay, and this is the soldering gun, whatever you call it. Alright, I'm going to tackle those 4 boxes. I'm keeping one of the containers to put all of the items that are related to things like this. Plugs, you know, the timer thing, and then I'll probably put extension cord, though I doubt there's a free extension cord in this house. I'm still filling this with all the bits and whatnot, and this is where I'm at here. Okay, so I temporarily labeled them using that blue tape. These 2 boxes are actually painting. This is caulking and spackles, and then the last one here, screws. I put the Dremel stuff here, the solder thing. This box here, Scott's got to figure out what he wants to do, because these are old computer cables, old modems. I don't think we need it. We haven't used it since we moved here, but I don't know, maybe there's a cable that he wants to keep, like an HDMI or whatever. So now I am left with this box here that has odds and ends, and then this here is all insulation, so that can stay over here. So the stuff is actually semi-organized, you know. Alright, this is my odds and ends, and what I'm going to do is put it right here and have this one here. And then I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to sort all of those. But I pretty much did this whole area. So I'm ready to take a break. This roll here, I'm going to put it there. This needs to be repressurized. So I'm going to need to take it to the fire station for them to do that. So I'm going to leave it here. And so far, I'm throwing away all of this and all of this. So it's not too bad. Okay, and yeah, I know I made a big mess here. Well, no, not really, because I'm reorganizing. So I'm going to take a break, and then I'll go through this and see how I can consolidate or maybe make different baskets of things that are similar, so I can have them all together in the same spot. I'm using Ziploc bags to put stuff together. This is all sewing. This is all blocks, right? And this is, well, let's get his own container. Okay, so this is odds and ends, and then this is still my little, you know, to be a sorted box. Here I have a box without a lid. I'm sure the lid is somewhere in here, with everything that has to do with hanging and hooks. Okay, so that's that. And then this box here is all of the electrical, you know, plug things I was showing you, and then the thing for the alarm, though we've never used this, so I don't know if I need it. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. All of those boxes I need to wipe, okay, obviously. All right, so from this side, this is what it looks like so far, and it's looking much better. Now, I'm going to tackle this box, and then this right here. That's all I'm doing, and then I'll take a break. So all of these are pretty much Christmas decoration boxes, and what I'm going to do is take those two wreaths, put two big nails here, and then have the wreaths hanging, because I really can't leave them flat. They're going to get damaged. So I'll do that, and then this is from the old switch box that can go. This is a bunch of tools, and I know just what to do with them. I'm letting go of those two comforters right there. They used to be in the guest bedroom. Don't need them. Don't like them anymore. They can go. That's gonna go donate. And then this is where I'm at in the room so far. So I have this big bin right here, and here's the drawer that's missing. You see that? This is where all of the tools have been landing over the past 2 years, I guess, since I did this thing. So what I need to do is bring this box right here and start putting everything back where it belongs. I don't feel like doing it right now. I'm gonna need to take a big break before I do that, because this is gonna be a horrendous job. So let's be honest. So here, I just caught myself not putting something back. I put the two wreaths on the wall so they are protected, and then this here needs to go back where it belongs. Okay, learning. All right, I'm going to tackle this here before I do the big box of tools. There's a white cabinet here. I don't know if I'm going to keep it or not. It was a friend of mine's. He brought it over here. I could probably install it on a wall here, maybe on this wall right there, and use it for storing odds and ends and little things. Actually, I may do that. All right, but I don't want to get sidetracked and start doing that instead of what I'm supposed to do. So let me just do this corner here, take a long break, and then tackle this. Okay, took a break. This is done. These are just picture frames that I don't know what I'm gonna do with. I'm not dealing with that right now. Okay, so here's all the content of that box. Okay, so these are all unassorted tools. There's more in this basket or bag right here. And then I didn't listen to my own advice. I did install this anyway on the side, and I'm going to use this to store batteries, you know, and flashlights. So that way all that stuff is in there. Like this big flashlight. I should probably put emergency candles in there as well. I don't think it's a bad idea at all to use this cabinet right here for an emergency. Why? Because it's direct access. You open the door, you get to it, and at least I know what I have. So for now, every time I find a battery, I'm going to put it in here. I need more of those little containers, and obviously I have to dust this thing, but this is not a bad idea. I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, I'm going to tackle same way, one box at a time. And what I'm going to do is just take this box right here. Never mind this, that needs to go back to the garage. Put it right here for now. And I'm just going to do one box at a time. That's it. So I'm going to start with this one. So when you'll see me again, this all here will have been reassorted and taken care of. So, and then I will be done. And it's a lot of stuff that I'm getting rid of, and I'm very happy. This is feeling really good. All I'll have to do is sweep and vacuum the whole area, and then wipe the surfaces. So I'll see you in a bit. Let me tackle this. I'll take breaks in between. You know, I'm just taking my time. It looks like a lot, but trust me, it's not all that difficult, considering that all of these containers are already labeled, and I know what goes in there. So whenever I find something that belongs in it, in one of those boxes, I'm just going to put it directly in there. Yes, 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 I am done. It took 2 hours, 15 minutes. I took a lot of breaks, okay? I even had lunch in between. So, yay for FlyLady and the whole idea of taking breaks every 15 minutes and tackling just one box at a time, starting from the entryway and working your way through the door. It's done, and quite frankly, this is the best this room has ever looked. And trust me when I tell you that. If you've been watching the channel for a long time, you have seen this room looking much worse than what I'm going to show you. Okay, so first of all, the whole thing has been vacuumed. Just saying. Dusted the walls and everything. So when you come in now, there is nothing here. And now I just have this container here, and don't mind that, that's the garbage bag that I have left over. Now all my drill and my drill bits are in here. It's all organized. This is the sanding stuff, and this right here is the big hammer, and then the stapler. I'll remember it's there. All of the tools except one and another one here and this one here I've put back in place. The other three that I'm missing, I think, are in the garage. So I have 2 containers here of miscellaneous that I don't want to create containers just for them. So it's like a little sewing kit, the electrical tape, some tape, okay, and rubber bands. And then here I have the glue guns, and then like little odds and ends like this plate holder. I just don't know what to do with it. I always display stuff, so I know I'm going to use it at some point, but not now. Okay, so here I have all of the power tools that come in their own boxes, and every single accessory is in there. The rest of the boxes you've seen, that's the painting and the screws and the nails, and then those 2 you saw as well. And then this one here, I only put screwdrivers and measuring tape, so it's all in here. So now when I ask for the kids, oh, and the pipe cutter, this thing right here. When I ask for the kids for a flathead, they know where to go and get it. Same thing with the tape measure. Okay, and then this here has been all cleaned out as well. I'm keeping this little basket here to put in the weights. Edward has weights all over the house. He needs to bring them down here. This is my PSCNG counter. These are all my boxes. This is all Christmas, except for a few boxes. There are things the kids want to keep, but I'm pretty sure that eventually those 2 boxes will go. The miscellaneous fabric will probably go, and then the rest is Christmas decorations, Scott artwork, my college notes, more notes, and then the full decor is in this box. Okay, and then this has been dusted. Now I have room. I can actually bleed this thing by the end of this week, and then the boiler here has been dusted as well. So yeah, look at this space. You can actually come in, you can do what you gotta do, grab your stuff, and then here in this cabinet I checked the lights. Oh, I guess Edward is mowing the lawn. I'm sorry for the noise. Alright, so this one works, the other one didn't, and I changed 3 different types of batteries or brands in it, and it wasn't working. So obviously I only have this one here working, and then the big one right here, and then this one goes with batteries, and I have the 2 batteries that go here. These are the miscellaneous that I didn't know what to do with. The picture hangers, and then the little the shelf supports, those little bracket things, okay, and then these are all locks with their keys, okay, and then batteries go here, and I need to go upstairs and get the rest of the batteries. So this is really working out for me. And I put all of the wrapping paper on top. It doesn't stop us from closing the door or anything. I was going to put them over here on top of the pipes, but you know, those pipes get hot because that's the hot water from the boiler. Anyway, so this is done. Alright, this room is looking really, really good and organized and clean. Now, how much did I get rid of? Well, I got rid of all of this. So we have a big box here with odds and ends, so that's gonna have to be put in garbage bag. I have a big bag right here. This is the comforters that I'm going to drop off at the local church. That piece of furniture I'm getting rid of, these books, those containers here, all of this, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 containers I'm getting rid of. And then this thing here is full as well of garbage, like Denise would say. So I I'd say it's a lot of stuff. It's pretty big as a pile. Now the guitar, what am I doing with it? Look guys, I just have to learn to be honest with myself. I have no musical talent. The kids do, but they don't play guitar. They play trumpet and saxophone. Nobody is going to play this guitar, and you know what? It's an expensive one too. So I'm going to, it's a Spanish classic guitar. So I'm going to put it up for sale, and I'm getting rid of it. And maybe, oh, for sure, if somebody buys it, it's going to make somebody else happy, and I'm getting it out of the house. I've been hanging on to this thing for, before we moved here, so I would say at least 9 years, 10 years. I fancied myself as a musician one day. I figured, oh, you know what, let me learn to play the guitar. Here it's not that difficult. I know 3 keys, or chords rather, and that's the extent of it. I wish I could play it. I wish I had the time, but the time to practice it and take lessons and really be committed to it. After 10 years, if I have not done it, chances are that I'm never gonna do it. I just can keep it downstairs collecting dust and reminding me of yet another one of my failures. Basically, that's what I'm getting rid of every testament of my failures, past failures, so that I can move on with more successful things. Okay, so that was it. Yeah, I know the site itself is not all that great, you know, I mean, we are in the basement and the boiler room. I just wanted to show you that if you follow the FlyLady method and you have a big room that is really a lot of work, if you tackle it one little bit at a time and take breaks every 15 or so minutes, guess what? Before you know it, not only do you have the entire room taken care of, you threw away or donated a whole bunch of stuff, and you're not tired, you're not overwhelmed, you're not exasperated, and most importantly right now, I do not hate myself. And that is the #1 priority, self-care. I need to be able to do this and not hate myself in the process, beating myself over the head for creating the environment we currently live in, okay? And that was my big issue for the past 2 weeks. I think I got really overwhelmed with that. So that's it. That's my little message today. I hope it inspired you. I'm proud of myself finally being able to do that and being able to move on to other things that are more important to me in my life right now. So give me a big thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you are new, right here in the corner. And I guess I will see you sometimes next week. I will do a 1 hour home blessing. This is basically cleaning for 1 hour. Cleaning, not organizing or decluttering, cleaning for 1 hour. And then I will go through the whole zone method, and then after that we'll start doing the zone cleaning. Okay, happy decluttering. I will talk to you later. Thanks for watching, you guys. Bye.